Welcome to DRC Live, powered in part by Classic of Denton and the Denton Record-Chronicle. The views and opinions expressed by the show hosts and their guests are those of the show host and guests, and not necessarily those of the sponsors, DentonRadio.com, or the Denton Convention and Visitors Bureau. For more information, visit the Policies and Procedures page at DentonRadio.com.
Afternoon, Denton, Texas. I'm Lucinda Breeding. I'm the features editor at the Denton Record-Chronicle.
I'm Jenna Duncan. I'm the business editor over at the Denton Record-Chronicle, and this is our weekly show, DRC Live. Wednesdays, 2 p.m., we fill you in on what to expect in the weekend papers, what we've been working on, and then talk about the big events, store openings, things like that that are happening around town this upcoming week. And so it is the weekend that everybody waits for.
Yes.
And you can tell that it's this big special weekend because it's been raining
It's
all
been raining.
week.
It's been raining.
It's Arts and Jazz weekend.
Arts and Jazz weekend.
I can't believe I'm missing this year. This is the first year I've missed in
I
a
know.
really long time.
I have to say-
feel like a traitor.
Me too. I'm going to miss this year because I'm going camping in New Mexico and Arizona, and it turns out it's a very dumb time to do it because apparently it's going to be roasting. But I don't think I've missed an Arts and Jazz festival in like 15 years.
Whoa.
So
you have a much longer streak than I
know,
do.
that's true. And I've been here for a long time.
Yeah.
But no, it is Arts and Jazz weekend. And
Big deal.
It has been raining, but it rains every year near the Arts and Jazz Festival. What do? You put on your grubby clothes.
You put on your rain boots.
Yeah, you put on your rain boots or some shoes that you don't mind getting muddy or kind of messed up. And if you do mess them up, I've just found out that the magic eraser can make your shoes white again.
Ooh.
At least the sole part of it. So that's, I haven't tried this. So don't take that as gospel. But anyway, dress the part. Dress for being outside.
In
for
mud.
2.5 days, possibly in mud. But also usually, and I think we're supposed to have some sun this weekend too.
Yes.
So, think about the little ones you're taking and maybe have some sunscreen on hand. But this is the biggest event in Denton all year. Usually hundreds of thousands of people come through Quakertown Park between, Friday and then Sunday. This year, Arts and Jazz Festival is getting its start a tad bit early. They have the Denton Festival Foundation, which presents the yearly Arts and Jazz Festival, has teamed up with Alamo Drafthouse Denton. This is a name we're all hearing a lot when it comes to business and entertainment in Denton. They've teamed up to have a free screening of the film La La Land, starring Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling. And I want to say it won an Academy Award like 2 years ago.
2 or 3 years
2 or 3 years ago. So it's going to be
Pretty
a free
recent.
screening. They're going to roll at 8:30 p.m. tomorrow. That's Thursday in Quakertown Park at the Jazz Stage. If you have not been to the Arts and Jazz Festival yet, the Jazz Stage, which is where all the headliners play, is basically in the park at the corner of Bell Avenue and Withers Street.
Yes.
It's a big open field, plenty of room, and really bring a blanket, maybe bring some lawn chairs, just bring some stuff that'll help you be comfortable if you want to kind of stay in one place for a little while. Chances are once you start walking around though, in between the shows you want to see, you might not want to be just squatting at your place near the Jazz Stage. Though some people do.
Yeah.
Some people do. Be warned, there are people who come to Arts and Jazz every single day, and at like 2 p.m. they claim their space toward the front of the stage, and they camp out there
All day.
And they might take it in turns. But so La La Land is going to be a free screening. It's going to start at about 8:30. And we've checked with the city of Denton as far as they're concerned. It's not too gross, not too muddy. But you might make sure you bring some clothes that you don't mind getting some like grass and dirt on.
Yeah.
So that to me is sort of our official beginning of the 2019 Denton Arts and Jazz Festival. Then Friday, boom, we get right into it. Music fires up at about 3 p.m. If you've got your afternoons off. I know some people that have Friday afternoons off. I'm very jealous of them.
Yeah, your partner.
I know, right? Very
She's off
jealous.
at noon every day on every Friday, right?
Yeah, it's just annoying.
How dare she?
I know. So the music fire is up, and a lot of the vendor booths are already up and ready. And don't forget that the hundreds of fine arts booths also extend into the Denton Civic Center.
Yes.
So all of this action, if you haven't been here before and you're kind of wondering how to find it, if you just type into your Google or your navigation system, Denton Civic Center or Quakertown Park, it's at 321 East McKinney Street. One thing you do need to know, if you are driving to Denton Arts and Jazz Festival, is parking comes at a premium. It's such a popular weekend. There is not a lot of parking. Now, DCTA, Denton County Transportation Authority, they have free shuttle service. If you check out our story in tomorrow's Denton Time at www.dentonrc.com, you can get all of the shuttle service times right there in our schedule. And the big headliners this year, the Ravi Coltrane Quartet is going to get the festival started as the headliner. Jazz pedigree right there.
Yes.
I
we
mean,
saw them last year, and then actually I've seen them play in New York too.
but that was amazing.
With my dad at Birdland. So
wow.
like a jazz club.
Yeah.
And so we had recently seen them, and then when we found out they were headlining last year, I think that was when my dad was like, okay, maybe your Arts and Jazz Fest is actually
maybe
legit.
Maybe it's okay.
Yeah, for something being in Texas. Oh God.
I know. I know, right? I know, right? So that's Friday night. This coming Friday night, the Ravi Coltrane Quartet will be playing on the jazz stage. Then on Saturday night, now for years, the Denton Festival Foundation has really kind of mixed it up on the headliner stage. Taj Mahal, this wonderful blues guy, but he also is very influenced by world music and Caribbean rhythms. So you're not going to get just the traditional blues performance from Taj Mahal. He's going to do some blues stuff, some blues standards, but he will also take off. He'll take a walk. He'll take a walk on that stage and play whatever his heart tells him to play. And then, of course, as every year, the final headliner, Denton's own 2-time Grammy Award-winning Brave Combo. They always try to get everybody up and dancing, always.
Yes.
And it's hard not to. If you're at that jazz stage, Brave
You
Combo,
have to.
playing Ice Machine in the desert, you've got to dance. So those are the big music headliners, but there is so much more music than that. There is a University of North Texas showcase stage that will have its entire weekend programmed with some student ensembles, and then they are going to do Lab Band Madness over the weekend. So you can just park yourself there near the stage and just listen to University of North Texas world-renowned jazz program right there. So that's happening. The Denton Record-Chronicle has a stage with lots of with lots of community groups.
Yes.
This is I have to really give it to Denton and like Denton Main Street and Convention and Visitors Bureau. When we have these big events, I think these organizations do a really good job of showing just how sophisticated the music program is in Denton Independent School District.
Yes.
And some people will point out, and rightly so, that these are often the children of UNT College of Music faculty members. And so there's a lot of talent.
Maybe an advantage.
Maybe some genetic talent there. But like Denton High School's lab bands will play. Some of the other middle school jazz ensembles will play. And it is sometimes really, really almost startling how advanced, especially like, I can't remember if McMath, Tiger Jazz Band is playing, but that's a really tight group for preteens.
Yes.
I mean, they're just really good. And also you can see lots and lots and lots of dance. And, you can just eat yourself into oblivion at the Jazz Festival food court. And parents, you need to know, not only is there a recreation area with a rock climbing wall, and I call it a jumping feature. I kind of forget what it is, but they kind of strap you into this sort of contraption and you bounce up and down.
Bounce up and down.
Yeah, it's really fun. But there's always the children's art tent.
Yes.
So little ones can go in and make a craft to take home. And this year is the 10th anniversary of Steve Gribb from Florida, who comes in with a percussion petting zoo. And at least two daily shows titled Rhythm is Gonna Get You. Now, while this is an all ages show, it's something that children especially love. Joel Reese, the singing cowboy. There is so much going on for young kids at this festival. So, and all you have to think about is, how am I going to get there? Do I want to take the A train or a shuttle? Do I want to call an Uber, or do I want to do the circling like a vulture for the old parking space? That's all you have to worry about, and maybe some sunscreen and have some pocket change or some credit cards for the many, many wonderful items that you can buy at the Arts and Jazz Festival.
Yes.
Lamps. There are some really great lamps.
I've never noticed great lamps.
Oh my gosh, you're so good.
The other thing I would say too is, so in addition to the story that will be in Denton Time tomorrow, there's going to be a really intensive schedule listed.
Yes.
So again, kind of like we recommended with like Thin Line, it's one of those resources you can just kind of cut out, shove it in your pocket, and figure out what you're going to do that day. And have that kind of be your guiding to when you want to maybe take a break and go get dinner, or if you want to go put the kids to bed and come back for a headliner. But to kind of better plan your day, again, I think that the way that we organize it is really easy, especially putting in the shuttle service with it this year.
Yeah, well, we start out with just the basics: what time the park opens every day, what time it closes every day, where everything is. I don't know that we'll have a map this year, but our daily schedule has all the stages broken down by the hour, and sometimes half hour, hour and a half. All of the stages, the music. Now, the vendor booths are pretty static. They stay where they are all day. There might be some folks who pull up stakes and leave before the fest is actually over on Sunday, because frankly, some of these business folks sell out.
Yes.
They sell a lot of inventory, but you can find a lot of jewelry, so much jewelry. But you can also find really, really beautiful pottery, prints, original paintings, photography, wind chimes, and like yard art, that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And you can.
It's eclectic.
It really is. And Denton Festival Foundation has really developed the festival over the years. So you can. My favorite booth last year or 2 years ago, because I spent some money, there is an artist who took photographs of really recognizable Denton landmarks like Roosters and Dan Silverleaf, and he turned them into cutting boards and coasters.
Yeah.
And I want to say that the Advanced Technology Complex from Denton ISD has also made coasters using photographs of real recognizable Denton landmarks. But you can just find all sorts of useful things, but also really decorative things.
Yes.
So be prepared. Maybe take your vitamins and get ready to walk a lot, and just have a great time.
I'm so jealous. The other thing that we wanted to talk about today that we forgot to mention last week, because we didn't have the hard copy.
We didn't have the hard copy.
It is Best of Denton Time. So we had teased this before, and I don't know. I mean, it's a huge 112-page section this year. It has 150 different categories talking about what your favorite businesses are. So if you voted, you have a say in this. So if I open up to this, Best Yoga Studio, Twisted Bodies won this year, which not surprising. Things like that. Best Restaurant, Best Quick Bite. What I also find useful about this section, though, is that there's also a whole services section.
Yes.
So Best Veterinarian, Best Pet Grooming. I'm just flipping through because there's so many categories. Best Realtor. Best Attorney. So things that you might necessarily think to crowdsource, but it's basically crowdsourcing our readers' favorite places and people to help them solve problems and the businesses that they visit. We collected surveys over the course of 2.5 months. And this year, 112 pages. We had our big signature event last Thursday for the winners and runner-ups with more than 300 people, where everybody got to kind of mingle with other business owners and take photos with their banners. If you haven't seen your photos, check our Facebook page.
Yes.
We have a full album up of everything from Best of Denton. And then you can stop by our office at 3555 Duchess Drive and get a free copy. We have a ton of these bad boys, and these are such great reference material to have on your shelf throughout the year. Because, you know, you don't know when you're going to need a plumber, but it's like, I don't know who to call. And just like having something like this that's trustworthy is really helpful to have on hand. And then it's also like if you have an Airbnb type situation.
Ooh, that's a really good idea to have this
table.
For sure. And I know for us at my house, my nephews are living with me now, and they're not, well, one of them is very familiar with Denton by now, but the other is not that familiar. And so in addition to like the city's like calendar that they send out to residences, we keep it with this so that if they are interested in, you know, best barbecue, but you know, other stuff, you know, best place to get your car serviced. Yeah. They'll flip through it.
Yeah, it's so good to have. And then also, if you're looking for your specific category or you just want to share out, if you're a winner, if you go to our homepage and you hit that news tab, the second drop down says Best of Denton. And we have just web stories broken out of each category. So if you're just really curious about if your friends, you know, eyelash extension business one, just literally hit that tab, go to services, then you can search the document and kind of scroll through. We also have a full PDF version of it on the website if you're an e-reader iPad type user. It's hosted through Issue, and it's also on that landing page for Best of Denton. And yeah, so we have the Facebook gallery up. Banners are starting to go up in businesses, that one, and the little blue ribbon in people's doors. So that's another indicator too, if maybe you're not super into this, but if you do notice the blue ribbon stickers on a business door or a big banner that says Best of Denton, you know, it will say what year it's for, and you'll know that our readers think that that's one of the best businesses in our community.
And you will see some businesses in Denton that have several banners.
Yes.
So they're legacy winners.
Legacy winners. I'm trying to think of some of the good legacy winners. Like, I feel like Eastside wins all the time.
Yes.
For like every bar thing to ever exist, which, I mean, I get it. It's giant. It's like the best bar. Yeah.
I feel like Ravelin wins fairly consistently, the bakery.
Totally. Yeah, Rainy King won this year. So there's a lot to flip through with this. But yeah, that's live, and it's good reference material to look back at throughout the year as you need help or services or can't pick where you want to go for dinner.
And if you want to drop by our offices and pick one of these up, just keep in mind that our front office closes at 5.
Yeah.
So you'll need to get there before 5 to pick yours up.
Yeah. So I think that's all that we have. Have so much fun at Arts and Jazz.
Jenna and I are very sad and ashamed to miss it.
I know. We're the worst at nights.
We're the worst.
It's okay. Tune in next week, and we'll be back with more updates on notable events that you need to know about, business openings, and everything else going on in Denton.
I'm jealous of you, Denton, being at Arts and Jazz this weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Have a good weekend. Bye, everyone.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. We want to thank our partners and sponsors who made this show possible. And now stick around for a word from all of us here at Discover Denton.